brings a receiver or two free.
Throwing on first down is Carr. To the right side, and he's got more complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 35-yard line.
On the ground with a tight end. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Montez Sweat, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
37-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
He was brought down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. It's a gain of 35.
Quarterbacks have so many options when they have a 4 vertical route because they can hit any one of those 4 at any time, often for a big gain. But to me, the key is don't lock in on any one of them. It's best for him to look in one direction and throw in another.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
This is caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. From 13 yards out, and the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. This crew, they were on a roll going into the bye week that they just had, Charles, so sort of picking up where they left off.
And you and I both know that when you come back off of an open week and you've been winning games, you usually get a few extra days off in order to recharge and refuel. But coaches often hedge their bets, too. They'll bring them back and work them really hard that first practice back to make sure that they're back and grounded.
Whatever they did, formula looking good so far in this one.
25-yard line.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Carr now on first down. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee.
Carr's pass
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
At the 29-yard line.
Carr now on first down. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
But it's brought in by Washington. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He had 3 catches last week. That one his third on this drive alone.
At the 18-yard line.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. Throw left side complete. It's Jacobs. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
Out of the end zone.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Makes the score Titans 7, Bengals 3.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Right back to him on first down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Bengals 3.
Going deep for Hopkins. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory.
53 yards.
That's a heck of a way to convert on 3rd and long, and he showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And that trust was justified because he went up and got the football and converted on a down. You shouldn't. 3rd and long like that, that's supposed to be an incompletion at the least.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. reversed. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage. This Bengal defense, they passed the first two tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
At the 24-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because he just caused an incompletion.
And trying for Washington, but the pass intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
41-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 41-yard line.
2nd and 11. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. There on the coverage, knocking that one away, was Mike Edwards.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Bengals.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
10 yards on the
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down.
5-yard line.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Jacobs trying to run on 1st down, but he's going to be stopped and taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Carr completes it. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
That's good.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 42-yard line.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
On the stop.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Open man is Higbee, the tight end.
Come on, let's go! Roughing the passer defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the... at the 19.
Brought down back.
That was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Here's Carr. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 2nd and goal, Carr. That's caught at the 3. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
They'll run it with Jacobs, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Josh Jacobs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. touchdown. It's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Titans.
Tennessee.
A big play there. 77 yards. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Prater set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And now Derek Carr, he is the focus of our player spotlight. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the... The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That catch good for only a couple.
2 yards on the pickup.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Complete to Marquise Goodwin.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch. Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Complete.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense Find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
It's a
good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
6-yard line.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
At their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. That'll bring up second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
From the gun, it's Carr. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So that one will be accepted.
Automatic first down.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First down, Titans.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great...
And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
A 51-yard gain.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5.
Touchdown, Tennessee.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Prater for the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Matt Prater set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard
The
line.
Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And this Tennessee defense for the second straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Shotgun now for Carr. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Covered by Jason McCourty.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
3rd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And this offense continues to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. On 1st down, Carr. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
taken
That right now,
at the 15-yard
that's a
line.
defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
56, Mike, 56.
After the sack on first down, Carr. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
Carr's pass.
It'll be a gain of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He's going to launch it for Washington. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And now this throw complete to Washington. That catch good for only a couple.
Washington. A gain of
So
2.
2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And the Bengals on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 14. And the pressure gets to him again.
Derek Carr sacked.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Palardy now on to punt as he sends this one away. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this fourth quarter.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Then he'll give it here to his running back. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Titans on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And to give this time to the tailback. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 10 yards.
On play action, they'll throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Now he dumps this off over the middle. Not much there, only a yard.
To Josh Jacobs.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Here's Michael Palardy now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is brought in at the 21. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
DeAndre Hopkins.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. And they'll go back to Hopkins, and this time he's got him.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
A gain of 13 yards. And
a couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
Alert 3. 56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
False start, offense.
This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Going deep for Hopkins. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's